Welcome back, old souls. Welcome back. I have a channeled message and a channeled download on this Scorpio full moon, on the heels of this Scorpio full moon. And Scorpio is all about secrets, mysteries, the occult, things hidden from us. Spirituality, our spiritual gifts as well. And there's a message that I want to share specifically with this collective that identifies as an old soul, or if you identify a lot with the Aquarius zodiac, whatever its placement is or your relationship to it, and you really feel like you're on a path of not only healing yourself, but helping to heal and elevate the world, helping to usher us into the next phase that we're going into the next era, and really helping to free us from the previous era of Pisces and all that came with that, into an era of freedom, possibility, equality, and many of the things that come with that. So this message is for us. I am going to use my oracle deck to guide the conversation, but and to flesh it out. But first of all, okay, I was going to say something, but I'll just read the first two cards. The first is Bountiful Harvest. You are worth it. Bountiful Harvest, and you are worth it. Okay, let's pull some more cards to get some clarification on that. This one sticking out is Culmination of Vision. What I'm getting is that some of us were here when this shit started. Some of us were here and denouncing the things that were going to be put in place and the things that humanity would have to suffer going forward at the hands of the systems and the changes that were going to be implemented. And it's like we're coming back to finish our vision of overturning this. We're coming back for the work we always intended to do, which was not to let this happen, not to let things unfold the way we saw it going. All right. The next card I got is Make a Decision. I'm going to need some more clarity on that one, because these cards and what I'm feeling is not what I expected here. Fresh Approach is the next card that came out. Okay, here we go. Make a decision and fresh approach. So if you're on the fence, or you feel like, I don't know, maybe it's all in my head, about whatever your purpose is, whatever your gift you want to give to the world, whatever contribution you want to make to improve the situation for as many people as possible, you have to, you have to commit to that. You have to make a decision and commit to that. There's an expression, success is just a decision away. And that's come up in my own personal readings. And really, we have to decide this is what we're going to do. This is what we're fighting for. It's going to happen. Point blank, period. And that's it. That's it. That's all. You know, because the time for humming and hawing, it's over. Because when you've been given the power, when you've been given the gift of sight, intuition, seeing things clearly, like, you know, many of us here, and you have the ability, we're in a new era, you have opportunities, you got to use it or you could lose it, you know? And it's about making a decision that you're going to do it and doing it. The next card that came out is Fresh Approach, which is something I really want to get into, which is the heart of what I want to get into in this reading, which is this. There are a lot of illusions in this world, and spirituality, or what we've come to know as spirituality, is not divorced from that. It's not, unfortunately, it can be an illusion in and of itself. And it has been used as part of this system to fool people and to keep them off track. And I want to talk about manifesting and manifestation specifically. And I want to get right to the point, because I want you all to know that this is not one of those readings that is just like, oh, we've been this and we've been that, and, you know, this is coming and that is coming. We've got to do this. This is not something general that, you know, is in the mainstream. I have specific things to say, which is this. I'm going to touch specifically on manifesting, right? There's been an investment in getting us to believe in manifestation. And the people who want us to believe in manifestation are people who have control over the way that our earthly lives go, what we do and don't have access to, what we can and can't achieve. They have the ability to control what we eat, what we see, how we move around the planet. Yet they're the ones telling us that we can just light a candle and we can just think positive, and that's what's going to make the difference. And if you think about it, if you had that much power that you could wield over masses of people, and you have them believing that they can light a candle or they can visualize something and it's going to change, that would be to your benefit, because you would be able to continue doing the things you're doing, feeding off of people, because they now are invested in a reality that you know is not going to happen for them, because you're pulling the strings in certain ways, right? And this is not to diminish our personal power. This is not to diminish our soul power, which nothing can come against. But there are certain dynamics on planet Earth and on our 3D existence, and these are a reality. And if you think about the people who have been telling us this, if you think like they've been able to get away with this because they've convinced us that they're the right person to listen to, right? It's like we're listening to billionaires telling us what we need to do to be successful, when really they were willing to do anything and everything and hurt anyone and any amount of people to achieve what they achieved. There's people who they're willing to start wars. They're willing to wipe out people in order to achieve things, and then they turn around and say, oh, just light a candle, or just wish, on a shooting star, or just do this ritual. And, that's just not the case. And speaking of ritual, the other thing, because everything is everything, and I'm not saying that these things aren't valid, but when it comes to ritual and manifestation, there's certain laws of the universe, action and reaction, and what you put in, you get out, right? So if you want to be, so, which is true, which we have to practice, but if you think about it this way, if you want to be making billions, if you want to be able to wield power over masses of people, think about how much energy that requires. You can't just, light one candle and do one ritual, or, just wait for the full moon and think that is what is creating results for those people. They're doing a lot more. And because they can control what we see and they can influence our perception, it can take a while for us to connect the dots and see between illusion, because it's not that manifestation is fake. It's not that visualization is fake. It's not that any of those things are fake. It's just we're trusting the wrong people. And we've been taught to look up to people who are very wealthy, to people who are celebrities. And I'm not talking about every single celebrity because we don't know all their story, but think about all the exposures that are happening right now. People really wanted us to believe that you just needed talent to succeed in particular industries. They wanted us to believe that, who had the best songs and the best talent is who was successful and how they made it to the top. Now we know that there was a system, but the system didn't involve hard work. It quite literally required sacrifices and on different levels, right? Because you need a lot of energy to achieve certain things, right? And certain things give you more energy towards something. And shying away from the dark aspects, here is another one that it's not as dark, but it's effective. If you're getting masses of people to concentrate on something or to believe in something or to focus on something, visualize something, that is concentrating energy as well to get a certain result. And people use all kind of means to do that. A lot of times they're using like drama and scandal and media if they have that much power to do that. So, we gotta be real with ourselves and not put ourselves in precarious situations, believing in things that feel good, but materially don't make sense for us, for us regular folks, right? Because if we're regular folks on planet Earth, we're going to have access to regular stuff. Spiritually, that might be different, but, we have to be able to work with our physical reality. And that's just some truths that I wanted to impart with you all, because part of that phase of illusion that we were in was the religious and spiritual aspects, thinking like our emotions were manipulated for us to believe in certain things. And because we have been taught to respect people who have a certain amount of money, or a certain status, i.e. celebrity status, or a certain amount of fame, that, it worked for them. So why, for example, why would you listen to this little old channel? Why would you listen to Khoisan, when you got billionaires telling us what they did and they're billionaires? Like, why would I listen to this channel when I could listen to those people? The problem is, they're not really interested in you being able to get to their level. They're not going to tell you, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes, or there's a lot of stuff that's just known, but because we're not a part of that social class, that social circle, we just We really buy into what they put out there. And we got to realize too, we're not the ones putting it out there. This platform is a little different because, you know, we are the ones putting out content, right? But in terms of the distribution of it, that we don't control, right? So what we see first, what we're exposed to first, what has the most views, which now is another form of fame that people can use as a value to determine if something is trustworthy or not, how much views or subscribers. Well, that doesn't align to the truth, because these things can be manipulated too, because they know, I'm not just going to say they to make it mystified, but it is known that using symbols of authority does gain people's trust. And a lot of times it's subconscious. If you want to learn more about this, there's a book it's by someone called Dantian Jones. I think it's called Mind Control. And it's basically ways that people make you make decisions in their favor. It's used in marketing. It's used in relationships. Some of it we're already doing and we don't know. And some of it is very normal and we don't realize how it's manipulation, you know? So it's something interesting there. And, you know, I like to bring resources for you all because there's a lot of people that they can spit a good game, spiritual. They can hype you up. They can make you feel good, like a preacher, right? They can make you feel wow, and they can impress you, right? But life is real, and some of us on this path, we're not just here trying to get a motivational speech. We have a purpose, and we're trying to get that purpose done. And those of us, we need real information. We need trustworthy information. We're past the point of motivational speeches, like the card that came up, make a decision. Like right at this point, confidence, motivation are luxuries. You know, we got to do what we got to do. If you're really on this mission, and whatever that mission is for you, you know, if you know you have a mission, you would have known from you were younger that you're here to do something, that there's something about you. You know, you're seeing things and perceiving things in a particular way because you have the ability to do something about it. You've been given the glasses, but the glasses can be taken away. And you don't want to have to restart because you blew it in this lifetime. You know, and this is a decision that you made as well yourself, and you will get there. You know, you will get there. But I do kind of want to show some tough love for the fam, because it's real out there, and it's like we're just exposed to so much, and we don't really like. It's good that there's less barriers to people putting out information, but we still don't control the distribution, right? And perhaps there's people in this collective that have ideas and things that can contribute to this, right? Because really we live on an abundant planet, but we have systems that concentrate that abundance in the hands of a few and make it difficult for the majority, and make, you know, a subset of us jump through hoops thinking that this is just the way to get it, when really we're all deserving of living well. We're all deserving of having our needs met. We're all deserving of living of living in dignity, living our purpose, being able to use our gifts and not use our energy toward things that feed this same system, to be able to get paid, to be able to do what we've really been blessed to do. Like, this is not natural. This is not how we're supposed to be living. And this is the era where we're going to bust that up, right? Some of us are here as system busters. I'm definitely one of them. And I'm sure some of you are here as well as system busters. Some of you are, you know, healers as well. There's different roles in this transition, but please take your position. Please take your position. Okay, I'm going to pull 2 more cards, but I'm kind of feeling like the message has been sent. Okay, the next card is renewal of peace and heighten your vitality. Pursuing this path will renew your peace. It will renew your peace. You don't want to have that shoulda, coulda, woulda, what if. You know what I mean? You've been put on this path and you've been given the vision and the idea for a reason. Not everybody gets good ideas. Not everybody gets visions. Not everybody gets inventions, and you might not know how. You might not have the money, you might not have the resources, you might not have the team, but you just got to make that decision and say, I'm going to figure it out. And that's how a lot of innovation happens, when people are literally forced to figure things out with limited resources. You know, we've had amazing things come to the world just for that. I mean, ideally, we wouldn't have to be limited in these ways, but you know, our creative and spiritual faculties are unlimited, and we can use that, you know, in the pursuit of our mission. The next card, which has come up a lot, you know, over the last couple of weeks, is heighten your vitality. So take care of your body, take care of your mind, you know, eat well to support yourself during this time. All these changes and pressures, and take care of your body. And you know, we were told that taking care of our body means doing strenuous exercise, having restrictive diets. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying literally do things that support the work you're doing. If you're doing a lot of healing, if you're doing a lot of talking and expressing, if you're doing a lot of writing, you know, if you're putting out a lot of energy, make sure you replenish that in your body. Make sure you know, sleep, you rest, you take breaks. You know, we're in this for the long haul, okay? Burnout is not an option. So do take care of yourself. Know that you're supported. So if you need to take a break, know that you're supported. Your mission and destiny is meant to come true. And I'm just here to kind of nudge you along the way, provide the insight and support along the way. You know, it will happen. So there's no need to destroy yourself in the process. That's not what we're here for. You know, with so many of us in the collective here with different gifts, we should be able to support each other and provide the things we need to replenish ourselves, whether that is certain foods, certain compounds, certain powders, certain music, energy healing, different types of yoga modalities, you know, whatever it is. You know, we have so many gifts so that we can support ourselves through this process and have long, healthy, and fulfilling lives and complete our multi-life mission that we came here to do, okay? Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for being here, okay? That's all. Signing off. Khoisan.